Hi, my name is Helen and I run strength and balance classes for older adults in Chichester, West Sussex. We are going to do a 20-minute workout now. It's a circuit-based format. Circus would be more interesting, but it's a circuit-based format where we're going to do each exercise for 40 seconds and then we're going to have 20 seconds rest. So what I do hope you have is some kind of sturdy support, so a chair, kitchen counter or wall. Just appropriately nice comfortable clothing and shoes that are sturdy and stable. Hopefully you're healthy and raring to go. So if you feel dizzy or ill at any point, please do have a sit down and stop the exercise. Okay, we are going to start. I've got my timer here with just 3 minutes warm up. So pressing play, lovely. So we're just going to think about standing tall with our shoulders back and down and relaxed, and just marching on the spot. Okay, so picking up each foot one at a time and then bringing it down on the ball of the foot and going through to the heel. So there's kind of motion and ankle range going on. Okay, now if you need it, you can do it behind the chair. So you've got that little bit of support, and you've also got a wall that you could use as a support option as well. So this first 3 minutes is just a circulation booster. It's just letting your body know that something's going to happen. We're going to think about diverting some of your blood supply to the muscles and getting you ready to go. Keeping the warm up really simple. If you want, you can just march in place for 3 minutes. Otherwise, we're going to do a minute of marching, a minute of side steps and a minute of toe taps. Here we go, we're about to start, change the side steps. So leading with the side of the foot, small step one side and then the other. Going about the width of the chair. So if you're behind a chair, from one side to the other, using that chair as a support option. Or if you've got the wall, standing in front of the wall, one side to the other. Okay? Now, if this side step is feeling a little bit easy and you want to add, don't forget this is a warm-up, so we don't want to challenge ourselves too much, we just want to add a little bit more, then you can add an upper body exercise, and we're going to add that little bit of chest press, so we're pressing out with our arms as we are stepping to the side. I'm going to change my direction, I'm going to go sideways just so you can see sideways on. Gentle press out with those arms. Lovely. And now we're going to change to our toe tap, final minute of the 3 minutes, just toe tapping. So we're picking that foot up and tapping down a little bit out and diagonal. If you need to use the chair, you can tap to either side of the chair leg. Keeping that chest up so you're standing tall in all of them. Keeping going. And a bit like the side step, if you want to add an upper body component to it, then we can add a bicep curl. So think about what kind of support you need. If you're behind the chair and you need the chair for that extra support, don't add that bicep curl. If you're not quite sure, you could try just one arm and then move into the other. I can't do two taps with my toes and one arm. Lovely, keeping going. Or as I said, out with both arms and both. Lovely, have a bit of a rest. Okay, so that's 3 minutes of circulation booster just getting us going to start with, and we're going to move on to our mobilisation now. So, keeping that posture nice and tall. So I'm standing tall, shoulders back and down and relaxed. We're going to take those shoulders up to the ears. We're going to shrug them back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then we're going to bring them down. Feel that neck lengthen on the way down. 3 more. Up, around, squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring them back down. Don't rush this move. 2 more. Up, around, squeeze the shoulder blades and back down again. 1 more. Up, around, squeeze and down. The next one I want you to do is keeping that chest up, shoulders relaxed, so standing tall. We're going to rotate round the waist, so the shoulders, head and neck are coming round to one side, as if you wanted to glance over your shoulder, back to the middle, and then around. Now, hopefully you can see I'm keeping my hips pointing forward. So my hips stay pointing forward, rotating around the waist slowly to one side, back to the middle, getting my balance, pausing, and then around to the other side, rotating around that waist. One more each side. Okay, lovely. And now we're going to go into the actually main section. So we're going to start with a double side step. Behind the chair if you need it. We're going to step to one side and then step back to the other. So we've got 40 seconds of this. So no support option needed. If you need the wall, double side step. You're leading with the side of your foot. Lovely. Or you've got the chair as well. So one side. Lovely. Leading with the side of the foot. Keeping ourselves going. So this is a section where we do want to start to feel a little bit warmer, maybe a little bit out of breath, not gasping for air. Lovely. Done your 40 seconds, have your 20 seconds rest. So that's a double side step. The next one we're going to go on is the sit to stand. So literally this exercise, we're just going to stand up and we're going to sit down as many times as possible in 40 seconds whilst maintaining a good form. So feet and knees hip width apart, heels back, chest up, through and up. Come back, sit down, front of chair, up and down. Keep going for me, keep going. I'm going to change to the side view. So don't forget, I'm at the front of my chair, heels back, through, feel that chair and down again. We're not going down slowly because we're not doing strength. We just want to work on that heart rate. So forward, through and up and back down again. Control the down though. Don't want any just flopping down. Got one more for me? Lovely. And take a break. So that's the sit to stand. Going on to the next one, twist and tap. So this is where we bring the knee up and then tap the hand across. If you need a little bit of extra support for this one, then have your back against the wall. Not leaning against the wall, okay, but the wall is just behind us. Here we go. So, knee up, tap that hand across. I'm going to come out so you can see me. My knee is coming straight across. It's my hand that's tapping across. Okay, so my knee's coming straight up in front and it's my hand that's tapping across. Don't let those knees come across the body. Knees come up, hands go across. Keep that chest up so I'm standing tall. Bit of a high knee, hand across and tap. As I said, if you need to use the wall, just have it a little bit behind. Give you that extra bit of support. Carry on for me and have a rest. Okay, so we're going to do all of those again. I'm going to add an upper body to the first two bits as well, but it's up to you whether you use it or not. As I said, this bit, we just want to get that a little bit out of breath and a little bit warmer. Okay, so we're going to go to the double side step to start with. Here we go. Double side step and back. If you want to add the arms, we're adding that chest press. Chest press is optional. If you need those support options, then just stay with that double side step. Okay, if you're behind the chair, you might want to use one hand, and then as you come back, use the other. It is up to you. Just make sure you've got that support option if you need it. Take it at your own pace as well. Double side step, chest press. Lovely. Have a 20-second rest. Let's go to our chairs. Okay, so we've got 8 seconds rest left. So come to the front of the chair. Let's be in a starting position. Those feet that are behind the knees. Chest up, forward and up. So for 40 seconds, we're literally standing up and sitting down. As I said, we don't need to do it slowly sitting down, but we do need to control it. So don't let gravity do the work. Make sure your legs still do the work. Chest up, keep it up. Push through those heels to come up to standing. Using those leg muscles up and down. Nice. If you really want to continue to challenge yourself, then you don't have to sit down at all. You can just touch the chair and come up. Okay, and have a rest. And we're going to go on to the twist and tap. So again, if you need a little bit of extra support, have that back, don't be leaning against the wall, have it just behind, okay? Keeping that chest up, so we're standing tall, bringing that knee up in front and twisting and tapping the hand over. Here we go, knee up in front and then twisting around our waist and tapping with our hand. Okay, so my knees coming straight up in front, twisting and tapping. If this feels a bit too much, then you don't have to do the tap. You can just do high knee, getting used to getting those knees up a little bit. Whatever challenges you, makes you feel a bit warmer, a little bit out of breath. Keep going, 5 more seconds. Lovely, and rest. Okay, so well done. So we've done that little bit of section, that's 6 minutes, getting our heart rate up, making us feel a bit warmer. And now we're going to move on to some lunges. Okay, so using the chair, I want you to stand slightly behind the chair so the chair is a little bit in front of your hip. You're going to keep that chest up and those shoulders relaxed. You've got a bit of an extra rest in between these two sections. And what we're going to do, leg furthers from the chair, we're going to take that step forward, bend those knees and then push back through that front heel up to standing. So here we are, starting position, step forward, knees bending, push yourself back. Step forward, knees bending, push yourself back. So keeping that chest up, taking that step forward, push yourself back. Pushing down through that back heel to come upright again. Let those knees bend, both feet should be forward. Keep going. Might feel your heart rate up a little bit on this one as well. If that's the case, just slow them down a bit. Bending those knees, coming down, pushing that heel back up to start. Lovely. Change other side. I'm moving my chair. Hopefully you won't need to do that, but just so you can see, I'm going to turn it sideways on this time. So as you can see, I've got my chair just a little bit in front of my hip as a support option. You can do this using the wall as your support option as well. Have that hand on the wall. Leg furthers from the chair, taking that step forward, pushing back through the heel. Chest up, looking forward. Bending those knees, both feet pointing forward. Keep going. As I said, you could use this wall as a support option. Chest up, same thing. Step forward and coming back. Don't let that hand stay behind. Bring that hand with you. Lovely, and come up to rest. Back to the other side of the chair. So if you're against the wall, just need to turn around. One more set of each side. Get your breath. Starting position. Leg furthest from the support. Here we go. Again, kitchen counter is really good for this one as well. Nice, sturdy. As long as your support is sturdy and safe. Take that step forward. Knees are bending. Coming back. You should never be in front of the chair. Can you see how I'm having to grab back? Always want that chair by your side or a little bit in front of you. Never having to twist your body to use it. Lovely. Keep going. This one's strengthening those leg muscles and it's working our balance as well. Rest, over to the other side. So yeah, an exercise that works on 2 levels. Gets that heart rate up a little bit, working that heart, and also strengthens the legs and works on our balance. If you really want to work the balance, which of course you do, you need to slow them down, okay? So come forward and down and push back. Reset. Chair there if you need to, forward and push back. So this is very much mimicking, keep going, I'm talking, but you can keep going on the lunges. This is very much mimicking what you might need to do if you need to take that extra step, if you stumble or you trip over something, okay? It's just trying to strengthen those leg muscles and getting used to, you come forward but you can push yourself back up to standing. Keep going, chair there if you need it, wall. Lovely. Fantastic. Take your 20 seconds rest and we are on to the wall press. Now, wall, I'm going to do the first lot on the door just so you can see the side of me rather than the back of me. You can use, either you can just go down and push back, or you can do it 3 seconds down and 3 seconds back, depending how difficult you want to make it. Hands a little bit further than the shoulder apart. Just bending those elbows, taking yourself down to the door and pushing back. As I said, you can slow it down to make it a little bit more difficult. Also, if you're using your kitchen, you could use your kitchen counter. By lowering yourself, you're also going to make it a bit more difficult. So, if you've got some very sturdy chairs, you put them against the wall and have a rest. But I would recommend that the stairs are very sturdy, and it is actually better to use a kitchen counter or something that's not going to move if you want to lower the height. Resting and then back at it. So hands a little bit wider than shoulder width, fingertips at shoulder height, bending those elbows, coming down and pushing up, keeping that body in a nice straight plank position. Don't let your hips bow in or your bottom come out. Nice straight plank for me. Coming down and up, down and up. Keep going. Okay. Lovely. You can also, if you're using the wall, take your feet back a little bit to make it more difficult. Okay. Bending those elbows and back up to rest. Lovely. So we've done the wall press, so we're going to move on now to another one that loads the wrist bones. It's the wrist strengthener. So you'll either need your resistance band, or you can use something like a tea towel, or this is a pillowcase. Grab a seat, one hand on top of the other, sit tall. We're going to squeeze that band. We're going to bring the elbows a little bit into the body, and we're going to tear us apart for 3, 2, 1. We're going to release and we're going to relax. Hands out. You see my elbows out a little bit as well. Squeeze that band, elbows into the side, pull it apart. 3, 2, 1. Release and relax. And again. Out. Squeeze. Elbows in, pull it apart. 3, 2, 1. Release and relax. Out. Squeeze that band, bring the elbows into the body. Can you see how my wrists and my hands are still straight? There's no 90 degrees at wrists, and pull it apart. Fantastic. Take a rest. This time, top hand becomes bottom hand becomes top hand. Okay, so we're going to have it a little bit out in front, elbows out a little bit. We're going to squeeze that band and then pull it apart. So we're loading those wrists up, also a bit of arm strength. Here we go. Squeeze that band, elbows in, pull it apart. 3, 2, 1, release and relax. Good for opening jam jars. Hands out, squeeze, elbows in, pull it apart. 3, 2, 1, release and relax. Hands out, squeeze that band, elbows in, pull it apart. 3, 2, 1, release and relax. Hands out, squeeze, elbows in, pull it apart. 3, 2, 1, release and relax. Go at your own speed for these. Hands out, squeeze, elbows in, pull it apart. Lovely. Okay, band down. Last thing we're going to practice again is our single leg stand. So come to behind your chair. Chair's there is a little bit support. You can do this with the wall as well, hands on the wall. Make sure you're standing tall. We're going to take that leg back. We're going to take it up behind us. Okay, we are trying to challenge our balance here. Make sure that supporting leg is a little bit soft at the knee. Keeping chest up, shoulders back and down. Lovely. And bring it down. And now we're going to do the other side as well. So don't worry if you wobble on this one. If you feel a bit off balance, you can get that foot down. We'll be practicing recovery by doing that, so that's great. Think about standing tall, about that supporting knee being a little bit soft. Take the other foot back, curl that heel up, and here we go. So please try not to come over onto your chair here. The chair's there for safety, but we do want to just challenge our balance a little bit and working at it. Fantastic. Bring it down. And that's it. Please go and have a look at the stretches video on YouTube and just finish off with a few stretches. I hope you found this video useful. Please leave a comment or send an email if you have any questions or you'd like any more information about any of these exercises. Otherwise, thank you for watching.